Welcome back, guys. This is Target with some more Quake 2 CTF action. Today's matchup is going to be between Team S and Team R. Stan was unavailable for this map, so they got Waster to fill in for him. Team R had Freak, I guess, missing, and so they got Stab filling in. So, yeah, looks like that was the only changes. Looks like the map is Cacophony. This is the second map that they played. The first map actually was a little bit better. Unfortunately, it went into overtime, and I just didn't really want to cast a very, very long map. So, looks like we're going to get into it. Looks like one player is kind of just hanging out there at the start. Maybe not enough long enough countdown for him. I'm not sure. So, Sky DD is Stab. If you're not really familiar with him, I don't know how to explain it to you. He is not a Euro. A lot of people suspect that he is a Euro because of his ping. He plays from San Diego, California, so a long way to go to get to the server, which is in Washington, D.C., so that's why he has a little bit higher ping. So we've been chasing Blackberry at this point. Looks like he's maybe trying to grab the flag, get in there, and get some cast for his team. Looks like he might be playing offense with Stab. When Stab has a solid ping, he is definitely one of the better, if not one of the best grapplers. Yeah, definitely one of the best grapplers available. Definitely not the best. I would say that has to go to Hops, but he's a very good grappler, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Nice rocketing there by Blackberry. Gets taken out right away, but he is able to take down the dock. Yeah, I don't know that this is a very high-scoring game or that it's a very eventful game. I do know, because I heard afterwards, that it is very close, so it looks like we were following Stab at this point. Very low, has Disruptor Shield, no armor, very little health, so looks like the red team kind of knows where he's at, and they're able to take him out. Blackberry picks up the flag, though, and this might be the first, no, not the first cap of the game. He gets taken out, but looks like Stab was there to pick up the flag. He gets railed down. And so, looks like there's good defense on the red team. Haven't really seen much from the blue team other than the two players that are attacking, so not 100% sure what's going on there, but obviously the other team hasn't been able to get the flag out, so they must be doing well enough. So it looks like we got Waster on defense, and I'm guessing with El Pacino, which would leave Dash and Yoda, I guess, on offense, so maybe not the two strongest offensive guys, but definitely two of the stronger defensive guys. If you're not, again, familiar with Waster, he is a European. Couldn't tell you where from, but a very good player. He's played in a couple Acme Cups in the past, so, and he's actually played a lot of pickups with us as well, so I know for a fact that he's a very good player. So a nice little bit of chain gunning there by Stabs, able to grab the Disruptor Shield, but could not get the flag. Doesn't matter, Blackberry's there to kill Waster, and so Stab's able to get out of the base. A little bit low on health, no armor, does have Disruptor Shield, has to be very careful, 3 hit points at this point, and his flag is home and he's able to get the cap, so very, very lucky there that the red player chasing him ran out of bullets and nobody else is able to hit him. Looks like Blackberry was able to quickly pick up the flag once he got the cap, but he's taken down fairly easily by the red team. Looks like there's a couple red armors up, decides not to get them, and is railed down by Yoda. Following Rusty at this point, he's got haste, does not have yellow armor, only has the 25 jacket armor, so looks like he might be sticking around lower armor trying to grab that. Decides it's better to go back to base and make sure that nobody grabs his flag, so you can't survive in base with only the jacket armor if you've got two people playing defense. It sounds like his other teammate, KSMB, has the amp, and so you just have to kind of be really careful. If all you have is jacket armor, a couple rockets or a couple rails will take you out pretty quick, or some very good chain gunning. So looks like we got Dash on offense. I mentioned in some of my other videos there that Dash did get replaced off of team was he on? I guess he was always on Stan's team. He got replaced off of Stan's team at this point and got exchanged with Rust. That doesn't happen till, I'm not sure if it's the next game or the game after this that they play, but they have played at least one series with Rust on their team, and a little bit of a spoiler alert, he does very well. So following up at this point, not sure why he's venturing out of his base. He's got full armor and full health with the auto dock, so it looks like he's just looping around. Not sure why he's not playing inner D, maybe swapping text with his teammate. Yeah, looks like Blue's trying to attack. Blackberry and Stab attacking, so they're definitely better offensive players than maybe what the red team has to offer. and yet maybe the blue team doesn't have as good a defense as the red team has to offer. So very opposite teams, I guess you could say. One with a strong defensive core and the other with a strong offensive core. So pretty interesting little matchup that we've got going on here at this point. So looks like we're at 11 minutes left to play. Still 1-0, so maybe not the most eventful game that I've casted yet, but you know, they're definitely trying. Like I said, the other game that they played was it did end in a tie. They had to go to overtime. I just didn't know how I was going to splice the two videos together, how long that was going to be, and most importantly, all for me is how many hours that was going to take extra to upload. So I have very terrible internet. I've only got 1 megabyte per second upload speed, so a lot of these videos take at least 10 hours to upload, and some of these longer videos that I've made, you know, with intros and stuff like that, they take even a little bit longer. So nice job by Yoda, able to take down a tech. Looks like blue members trying to kill him in the middle. They've been unsuccessful so far at doing that, and looks like they were taken down. So Yoda's going to be able to bring that tech back to base. Looks like both of his teammates have techs at this point. So I think the techs are split. Oh, no, I'm wrong. There's the disruptor shield. So looks like the blue team right now only has the power amplifier, which a team can definitely survive with the power amplifier, especially in the hands of KSMB. Very good players. So Blackberry just kind of hanging outside of base, no armor or anything, just kind of spamming some rockets in, maybe trying to do a little bit of damage there. Not really sure where his teammate is. Maybe he could be focusing on getting some type of yellow armor before he tries to attack. I can't tell, but I think oh right, Yoda killed and Hastings got the tech for red. So almost looks like there's 3 red females playing defense. Not sure if one person just came back to base to grab Doc and fill up. That is always a good move on this map. Go back to your base, take Doc from whoever you know, help defend while you're there. Once you're full up on Doc, then head out 150, and you have a lot better chance of capturing that flag when you can take an extra hit or two. So looks like they didn't turn off spectator chat, so every now and again you will see comments come from Wallfly, basically telling you, you know, people want you to come to their server or what have you. So if you're wondering what that text is that keeps popping up at the top, that's all it is. You're not missing out on anything. And so, like I said, very close game up to this point. Looks like Stab's waiting on armor. Haven't really seen him be a grapple monkey. Haven't really seen him be very much this map. You know, he did get that one flag capture, no doubt, but hasn't been doing a whole lot of anything else. Looks like he's attacking here with the chain. Not sure who he attacked into. Possibly it was one of the players that had grabbed Doc and filled up, because he did do quite a bit of damage to him. Nice little rocket there by... I want to keep calling him Sky, but his name is Stab, and he's able to take out the player there. So, yeah, looks like a little bit of a lull. To be quite honest, this whole game could be considered a little bit of a lull. Not that nothing has been happening, just both defense have been able to shut down everything that's happened so far. Looks like we're switching over to Yoda. Somehow he's able to get into base without taking any damage, has that 50 armor. It is very hard sometimes, especially if you're not a very good grappler, to get out of the base, the blue base, because there is that choke point where both people on the other team can kind of hang out by the rocket launcher and just spam down both corridors hoping to hit you. So looks like KSMB's standing there waiting for him. Does still have that power amplifier. Looks like he's getting chased by another player, which turned out to be Rusty, and he was able to take him out. So even though Yoda did have the flag for quite a long period of time, wasn't able to escape base or anything, or really do anything with the flag. So yeah, 7 minutes left. Still 1-0. Still KSMB having this power amplifier. I'd have to say that from what I can tell, he's been holding on to this for most of the map. Looks like Rusty's been being the better player for blue defense, and the best players of this whole game, I guess, if you go completely by points. Although if you look at the red team's points, they have almost as many points as blue, and blue is 1 cap up on them. So each cap gives you, what, 45 points per team, and so there's 45 extra points given each time your team gets a cap. That's 10 points per player plus 15 points for the person that gets a cap. So kind of wondering if KSMB might have been running out to grab that yellow armor. Looks like he's satisfied with just spamming grenades at the railgun. You know, seems to be working out for him so far. Following Al Pacino at this point, he should definitely be thinking about getting yellow armor. You can usually survive at least one more hit if you have yellow armor. Kind of chasing off players at his railgun. Jacket armor. I don't know if a lot of people realize this, but jacket armor doesn't absorb as much damage as yellow armor does. I find a lot of people, you know, that's something that's always been kind of straightforward to me, but people haven't realized is that, you know, 125 jacket armor versus 150 jacket armor versus 150 yellow armor versus 150 red armor. They offer different levels of protection. If you've got jacket armor, you take a lot of health damage with very little armor damage. If you've got combat armor or yellow armor, you take 50-50. And a little bit of text going down here. All texts are going down here. Looks like Alp will have none of it. He trying to do some spamming. Nice job there with the rocket. Almost had that second rocket on the next blue player. Looks like that blue player is just going to be happy with grabbing haste and getting out of there. Doesn't look like he made it very far without running into Waster Super Shotgun. So what I was trying to say there is if you have yellow armor, Dash just missed the yellow armor. I was able to grab 25 armor, still get the cap without having any armor whatsoever. So I think with all the text down in red base, blue players tried to maybe attack a little bit more. Left base a little bit undefended, and red was able to turn that into a cap. So finally what I was trying to say is if you have jacket armor and you get railed, most of the damage goes towards your hit points. If you have yellow armor, it's about 50-50, half to your hit points, half to your armor. And if you got red armor, most of it goes towards your armor. A lot of people will want to pick up red armor every chance that they get. Sometimes, though, that is not the best thing to do, especially if you have auto dock. Sometimes you're better off sticking to yellow armor. The reason is if you get railed once and you have red armor, you basically end up with hardly any armor left. You know, you started with 150, now you're down to about 25 because your armor took most of that damage. If you had yellow armor instead, you'd still have about 80 or 90 armor. If you're in a situation where you get railed twice, if you had red armor, you would have 0 armor left. You would have quite a bit of health left. Like, you would definitely survive 2 rail hits, but you wouldn't end up with any armor. Now, if you got hit with 2 rails and you had yellow armor, you would still have lots of armor left. You know, you'd still have about 80 armor and 80 health instead of, you know, 120 health and 0 armor. And if you have jacket armor, you would still have armor at the end, but you'd have very little health. So the moral of the story is that a lot of the times if you have auto dock, it's better just to hang on to yellow armor. That way you're not always looking for armor, especially in maps like McKinley Revival, where there's only that one red armor in the middle. It's really hard to get that red armor, and if you get the armor railed off of you, well, then you're without any armor. A little bit of a flag exchange here. Stab ended up with Amp, ends up with yellow armor, kind of playing a little bit of offense. Should maybe try and get back to his base and hope that the other team you know, returns his flag. Looks like Elp is kind of waiting on some yellow armor at this point. Was able to pick up 5 rockets there. Looks like we're following Stab. He's you know, 155. Got to be careful, I guess, of the red players. He's able to pick up 1 jacket armor and another jacket armor. He'll be fine. Red player definitely needs some yellow armor for reasons that I've explained enough of this video already, but should be looking for some yellow armor. Nice rail by Elp there. And so very close game, 2 minutes left. Both teams have the other team's flag. Stab has to be a little bit careful at this point. Doesn't have a whole bunch of armor, very little health. Decides he's going to pull out the chain gun, do a little bit of damage that he can. He's down to 29 hit points at this point. Has to be very careful. Yellow armor is just taken, was unable to grab that. Has to be super careful. 1 rail right now, 1 rocket to the face, and down he goes. Even some chain gun, or whoa! Nice little rocket there is able to kill. It looks like Doc decides not to grab Doc, but leave it behind. Al Pacino has Doc now, able to grab some yellow armor, so he's doing okay at this point. Although he did just get rocket jumped. The flag got returned, but he gets taken out, and Another return. Looks like Waster's got the flag. No armor at this point. Ate a little bit of chain, so he's very low. One rail, he's dead. Looking for maybe to catch the flag carrier on the way out. Misses his rail. Blackberry right now has Doc. He's in very good position to survive. Waster has to be a little bit careful here. He was able to grab yellow armor. Is able to kill one player there. Playing a little bit of offense. 21 seconds left. He should be making his way back to base. Runs into the flag carrier. Flag carrier takes him out. Trying his best to return home. 14 seconds left to play. 10 seconds left to play. Looks like Yoda was able to pick up the flag. Blackberry needs to try and get this cap. He's doing the right thing by standing on his flag, and he's able to get the capture. What was that, 3 seconds left to play, and he's able to get the capture. So this one went right down to the wire, guys. Like, unbelievable finish to a very mediocre, not a mediocre game, but a very slow-paced game, and then all the action just saved right for the end. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching.